For those of you investing in this stock or participating in this short squeeze, I think everybody needs to know the answer to this question. All right, welcome to Talking Investing. I am Tom. This is not financial advice. We are here to talk about all things investing. And today I have an urgent video on a company called Support, stock ticker SPRT. And the reason that it's urgent is they will be voting tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, September 10th. They will be voting on a merger. Right now, there's a lot of stuff going on with this stock. I set out to make an investment in this, but I had what I thought was one simple question that I wanted to have answered before I made an investment. And after 2 days of research, including calling my broker, which is one of the biggest brokers in the world, I have still not been able to answer this question. So I am hoping that one of you viewers out there or another YouTuber, anybody, if somebody can point to a source document that answers this question, this, in my opinion, the answer to this question is the difference between this stock going to $100 or this stock going to $4. So I have got to believe that there are lots of people that know the answer to this question because there's a massive amount of investing going on in this company. But I can't make an investment until I know the answer to this. I've read every comment section everywhere on the internet. Half the people adamantly say the answer is one thing. The other half of the people adamantly say the answer is another thing. Like I said, my broker, basically, I've talked to now 3 times, and they've said, we can't figure it out. It's different in every situation. So I'm thinking that somewhere in one of these source documents that I'm going to show you, somehow it must spell out what's going to happen. So let me ask the question. Support.com is going to potentially, if they vote yes tomorrow, do a merger with Greenidge Generation Holdings. So for the moment, I'm going to go under the assumption that this vote passes and they accept the merger. If it does not pass, then that's a completely different video, but all indications would be that usually these votes are perfunctory and they pass. There's not a lot of drama involved. So, but I don't know that for a fact, and I guess we'll see tomorrow. Having said that, the point is, what's really going on with this stock is it has been picked up by Wall Street Bets and the retail community, and it has been a squeeze play stock over the last few months. And I want to show you the chart and show you what's happening. Okay, before I get any further and talk about the chart, I want to ask the question. The question is, if these two companies merge, right now there's a massive short interest in Support, stock ticker SPRT. It's like 67% of the float and 25% of the outstanding shares. So the question is, if this company merges, for the long positions, they're going to be offered conversion of their current stock in Support to the stock in the new merged company. The question becomes, for the short positions, is the same thing going to happen? Will they just then convert their short position to a short position in the new company, or are they going to be forced to close all their short positions prior to finalization of this merger and the transfer over to the new company? I will tell you, my knee-jerk reaction was the short positions would naturally be treated the same way the long positions are treated. However, upon further research, I can't find anybody that can definitively answer this question, and it's not from a lack of trying. If you know the answer, leave a comment below and reference the exact source document that shows the answer to this question, because I've come across a lot of different things, none of which seem to directly apply. And I've come across a lot of different people who tell me with certainty they know the answer, but I have some people saying yes with certainty and some people saying no with certainty. So until we trace it back to an actual document that says how these short positions are going to be treated, it's very risky, because here's the situation. If voting yes to this merger goes through and these short positions are forced to be covered prior to the merger, then that is going to be probably the largest short squeeze catalyst we've had in a long time on a stock where 67% of the float is shorted. So, this could get, and again, this is not financial advice, but this is how I'm looking at it. That would be catastrophic for the shorts. So I'm saying $100, but who knows? The sky is the limit if these people are forced to close their positions. If they are not forced to close their positions, this stock is, in my opinion, monstrously overvalued right now. It has run up and I know this offends a lot of people, but it's a meme stock right now. It has run up wildly beyond its valuation. And let me just show you some of the history to show you why I say that. So if you look at the chart, you'll see that this stock was drifting along. This stock was between $1 and $2. So this was a $1 or $2 stock. Let's give it credit and even say running up to, before there was any talk of this merger, it looks like this stock was at about $2.16. So I think it's fair to assume after years of trading that was represented the fair market value of what traders believed support.com was worth. Now, immediately upon announcement of this potential merger, there was a big uptick in this stock. It ran up to almost $10, and then I'm going to say it's settled here somewhere in the $4 range. So I think that investors initially, as they digested over a few months what the ramifications of this merger would be, investors decided that this $2 stock will now probably be more like a $4 stock in the event that this merger goes through. Then the retail community tried to put on a squeeze on these short positions that, either which way, 67% short of the float is excessive. So at this point, it seems like retail investors looked at this company and they saw 67% short on the float, and they started to buy and hold to try to create a short squeeze, which they successfully did. So on August 27th, this stock got up to $59.27. So this went from $2 to $4 to $60. That's a short squeeze. So I don't think anybody was arguing that this was worth $60, but we know how these short squeezes go, and, it's valid. You can have these run-ups, and it can do it again. It came all the way back down to 17 and got back up, looks like to 26 or 27. So they tried another push. You'll see that the first short squeeze happened on this massive volume spike right here that I've circled in a green circle. And that's typically how these tend to work. You'll see there's another fairly decent green line right here. We're in the middle of what I think is a push to get another short squeeze. The problem is, right now people are doing this based on the fact that they think there's a 67% short in the float. If the people who hold short positions are able to move them into the new company, then that is going to change dramatically, because what's happening here, and I'm going to go right to the document itself. This is the proxy statement for the special meeting of stockholders of support.com for the potential merger with Greenidge. This was Schedule A14 filed to the SEC. It contains the entire proxy agreement. Right here on the first page, I want to read you a couple of sentences because this is the whole entire situation. Under the merger agreement, the aggregate consideration payable to holders of shares of Support common stock, Support options, and Support awards consists of 2,998,261 shares of Class A common stock of Greenidge. It is expected that immediately following the closing of the merger, the 2,998,261 shares of Class A common stock payable as merger consideration will represent 7.7% of the outstanding capital of the new company. This 67% short interest in the float, which is actually a 25% short interest in the number of outstanding shares, if they get to carry those forward to the new company, that is going to turn into something like a 3 or 4 or 5% short interest. Now you've gone from a company that's massively, unreasonably overshorted to a company that has a very, very small short interest. As an aside, we're pushing towards 3,000 subscribers, so please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell so that you never miss a video. Thanks. Putting a short squeeze on under those conditions would be highly unlikely. There is no short squeeze. You could try to run the stock up, but technically with a 3 or 4 or 5% outstanding shorts, you're not causing a short squeeze. On the flip side of that, because the stock has now run up on a short squeeze to a price that is anywhere from maybe 5 to 10 times its value, it may hold up for some short period of time, but the pressure will undoubtedly be downward pressure on the price of this stock, pretty much from a going forward basis. I've thrown an awful lot of information out here in a short period of time, but I just want to summarize. The question is, are the short positions going to have to cover prior to the transition into the new company? If the answer to that is yes, then in my opinion, the shorts are in great big trouble and there's going to be a giant short squeeze. If the answer to that is no, then my guess is the shorts will probably wait for the merger and double down or triple down on their short position, which will still be a very overall small short position. So I'm looking for anybody out there that can trace to a source document that tells us the answer to this question. You know, I thought it was a simple question. I'm really surprised that I was not able to find a definitive answer to this. I suppose this is an unusual situation. For those of you investing in this stock or participating in this short squeeze, I think everybody needs to know the answer to this question. Clearly, they're all assuming that these shorts are going to have to cover. And if that's not the case, then it changes the picture completely. This is not my normal video. I'm going to leave you with that question. The vote is tomorrow. So anybody that can give us a definitive answer, you would be helping the entire support.com investment community by letting us know what is the actual rule regarding the short positions in this stock. So that's all I have right now on support.com. Thank you for watching and good luck investing. We'll see you in the next video.